Hey guys, it's Woody the Unexceptional Gamer, and I've had a lot of requests for a class setup video. I'm guessing it's because of my naming strategy here, but anyway, I thought I'd put up a class video for you and show you what I do. So, goofing around. This is a class I use when when I'm gonna win anyway, right? Like I oftentimes roll with a team, not all the time, but usually. And here's a fun class to use. I like it on firing range, anything where I can manage to make all my engagements close quarters. So one thing about the spaz is when you add a silencer in this game, it doesn't impact how effective the bullets are. Like you guys know in Modern Warfare 2, if you put a silencer on a spaz, then it really changed the way that it behaved. And this one, not so much. So there you have it. That what is that, Z75? I don't know why I'm using that. I usually use the Python. Semtex. I use the Semtex because sometimes I use it for, excuse me, in exchange of like when a guy's out of distance, I'll throw a nade over there. And I don't want it to be cooking for so long. I want it to get over there and do its job right away. Concussion grenades the same way. They throw so quickly that I can stun a guy. And oftentimes, like I'll see a guy, but he's halfway across map. I can stun him, make him slow down, catch up to him, and finish him with the spaz. So a concussion and a spaz are a ruthless 1-2 combo, and that's that. Claymore. I have Claymore in most of my classes. I don't know. I like it because I can leave it there and run, whereas a lot of the other pieces of equipment, you almost have to camp by them to get any effectiveness out of it, and I don't like that. As far as Ghost goes, sometimes I run this as a Ghost class, and sometimes I run it as a Hardline class, because it just helps me get to my kill streaks a little better and have those extra fun games. Sleight of Hand Pro is so key with the shotgun, because otherwise you spend way too much time reloading. And the way that these things work, sometimes I have to 3- and 4-shot a guy to get the kill, like if he's not real close to me, and that lends itself to problems. So Sleight of Hand Pro sometimes lets me get a bullet or two in, then I can reload cancel by sprinting and finish him off. And then Hacker Pro, I don't know. I like Hacker Pro. What else am I going to use? Marathon? I feel like when I sprint all the time, I die. So Hacker Pro helps me be that rusher because I don't run into people's claymores. And then, of course, I really get a big charge out of sabotaging care packages. It's probably my most satisfying kills in the game, and that's that. Plant Diffuse. This is my bread and butter pub class when things are difficult. So Flak Jacket is huge. When I play against good teams in pub matches, then the nades come out of nowhere. They're all over the place, and it's such a big deal. And extended mags, I use that because it's a class. I think extended mags are better than dual mags unless you're going to live for a long time. And this is not the class I use when the teams are really lopsided. This is the class I use when we run into like another Game Battles team by chance in a pub match. So yeah, that's why I put extended mags on the FAMAS. The Python, you'll find that to be pretty similar on most of my classes. So that's what I do. Sleight of Hand Pro, I think that's on every single class I have. It's become almost like stopping power for me. It is the second perk that is more powerful than all other second perks. So I love Sleight of Hand Pro. The aim down sights increased, or I should say slower or faster aim down sight time. That's what I'm trying to say. Is the thing about Sleight of Hand Pro I really like. But Sleight of Hand Pro, I think I said it right. But even just the notion of having faster reload is also really powerful. And then Tac Mask Pro. Again, this is for those times when things are really hard. And Tac Mask Pro protects me from Nova gases, and it's really cool. So yeah, when I expect a really tough match, this is the class I pull out. Rush. Lightweight Marathon. This is what I use when I'm having a hard time getting kills. Sometimes, because I play with good teammates, it feels like they're always in front of me. It feels like I'm always starting them and they finish them. And this is the class I pull out when I want this to be when I want to get kills. It would probably be a good idea to put dual mags on this for pub matches. But it's also my Game Battles class. I can just switch Marathon to Ninja, and it's ready to go for Game Battles. And that's part of the reason this class hangs out like it does. Claymores are illegal in most of my Game Battles matches, but if you just never plant them, then it's usually cool. Like most people don't totally empty their classes and cause any trouble. If you never put a Claymore down, I've never heard of anyone having trouble in Game Battles. So, and then even from a moral standpoint, I don't see a problem with having Claymores in your pocket as long as you never use them against the other team. You're good to go. So I can take this class, put Ninja on it, and then all of a sudden I'm ready for Game Battles, and that's kind of a cool thing. Sneaky Beaver. This is a class, I don't really use it all that much, but it's a silenced AK-74U with a Ghost and with Ninja. And on this, with a class like this, you can run around in all sorts of places and not get noticed. most of the time. I think motion sensors will still pick me up. But by and large, I can run around with a class like this and expect, if I navigate the map right, to flank them and get the jump on them all the time. Something about silencers in this game seem to make me lose gunfights more often than silencers in previous Call of Duties have. And I don't know, like if you look at the damage stats on Ken Dearson's site, or Den Kerson's site, I think that's how you pronounce it, then the silencers look like they behave on any other Call of Duty. But in my experience, man, silencers just wreck me. So I don't use this class very much. I might even throw it away and start with something new. I'm not sure. This AUG, so actually the FAMAS is my favorite weapon, and I use the AUG because it's a lot like the FAMAS, and people fuss at me when I use the same weapon too often, so I use the AUG. This is the class I use when I expect to have an extra good game. You know, I like Hacker Pro because it lets me roam the map. It does two things for me. One, it lets me move around and not get killed by claymores or get surprised by motion sensors or things like that. The other thing it does is it lets me move a lot and helps me find people. If I see a motion sensor, then I have a good indicator of where that guy is going to be, and I can get right on top of him and do my thing. But not in a gay way, in like a Call of Duty way. And then Hardline Pro, that just helps me get to my kill streaks quicker. And with the team I play with, you want to be your first guy to the helicopter, you want to be the first guy to the chopper gunner, or you might not have an opportunity to call it in. And a Hardline Pro puts me one kill ahead of all my friends. And I hope they're not watching this, so I'll start doing the same thing. But yeah, and then with this one I use dual mags, because again I use this when I feel like the guys on the other team are maybe less experienced, and I expect to live an awful long time, and that's that. And then here's my anti-air class. One nice thing, I love the face paint on this guy. One nice thing about the anti-air class in this Call of Duty compared to previous Call of Duties is that I feel like I can still use it anytime I want to. You know, I can pull out the G11 as a standard, say, array class and not feel like I'm going to be outgunned. Whereas, say I was on a state and I pulled out my anti-air class, well, shucks, now without stopping power, I'm really out of luck. But with this game, heck, you know, I'm still ready to go. I can take that G11, use it like a sniper, put a Claymore behind me and camp and gather all hate from YouTube, or you know, I can run around, use my ghost to that advantage. I don't know, but the bottom line is I love that because there's no stopping power, my anti-air class is as viable as my other 5 classes. And this is my class setup. I tend to run concussions on everything. I have a mix between frags and semtexes. I think actually maybe right here on my plant diffuse I'll do it right now and change my frag to a semtex, because oops, what did I do? I wanted to change this to a frag on that one, and that allows me to cook and kill people. And also there are nade spots that only work when you have a frag, because they blow up too quickly with the semtex. So here's an updated plant diffuse right there. I had meant to do that after after some of the feedback I got from subs and from Team Art on firing range. So yeah, with frags I can hit B from C, and I'm going to give that a go. Anyway, wow, looks like I'm kind of partial to the frags at this point. But this is my class setup vid. It was heavily requested, so I thought I'd make it for you guys, and I hope that you'd enjoy it. I've got plenty of gameplays saved up. We'll have more of those coming. Have a nice day.